Twice a month, absolutely fire. But I swear to you, this new schedule for Dragon Ball Kakumei, it sneaks up on you. Like, even right now, this isn't my usual video attire. I'm supposed to be at the gym. In the previous chapter, we saw Berserker Broly continuing his rampage against pretty much everyone in Universe 6 at this point after the death of Chile at the hands of Dula. Eventually, his Universe 6 counterpart, Kale, would arrive on the scene, but even after a short moment of intimacy between their two psyches, not even she was able to calm this man down. That's a committed nigga right there. I mean, me personally, I've never seen a Super Saiyan cheat on their girl. I don't know about you. But at the very least, it looks like King Sadala himself is finally ready to join the battle and fight alongside his Saiyan brethren. But more disaster is right around the corner, as you'll see here yourself soon enough. Berserker Broly was problematic enough, but this wasn't the only dilemma Vegeta had on his mind after that earlier threat from Amaran. As a never-ending rampage terrorizes Universe 6, Chile's life still hangs in the balance as Admiral Fennel races against the clock to get her back to Bulma. So I see a ton of you guys caught up and are coming back from our 3-hour-long Kakumei video a lot, so I want to remind you guys to support the official creators of Dragon Ball Kakumei by following all of them. All of their links will be down below in the description box and pinned in the comments. And while you're at it, you might as well hit the like button too. It takes like an extra half second, but without further ado, let's hop right into Dragon Ball Kakumei Chapter 19. Admiral Fennel along with Limo are moving as fast as they can towards the others stationed back at the Tuffle factory in Universe 6. Chile is still barely clinging to life after that sneak attack from Dula that sent Broly spiraling into a rampage, but soon enough, they would arrive at their destination. Admiral Fennel, Kaba remarks as he notices them rushing in the front door. Chile, what happened? Be careful, Fennel replies. She is in an extremely unstable state. Doctors, you have to do something. This is when Bulma bursts into the room asking what on earth happened to Chile. One of those demons really wanted to enrage Broly and, well, he succeeded unfortunately, Fennel says as she places Chile on a table nearby. They then get straight to work on getting Chile back into stable condition. Later on, however, it doesn't seem like she's improved too much. She's in critical condition, Bulma says, but she is still with us. Let's be optimistic at least. We didn't see this coming at all, Fennel replies. That monster got what he wanted, and here we are in this situation. It kind of seems like everyone is putting at least a little bit of the blame on themselves for what happened to Chile, but the blame truly only belongs to one person. If only we could have been there to stop him, Khalifa says saddened. Kaba reassures her though that Vegeta specifically asked them to protect Bulma, so they couldn't have been there to change anything. Oh, speaking of, Bulma asserts, I haven't seen a trace of any demons around here. Admiral Fennel would confirm that Salaga actually left long before them though, so it amazes her that he hasn't arrived yet. Though to me personally, it's more suspicious than anything. Maybe he decided to back out once he saw he was being chased, Caulifla mentions, but Kaba doesn't think so. It seems to me that that's very unlikely considering what they've shown to be capable of up until now, he replies. Alright, I went around the entire building and isolated all of the at-risk people. The building is now almost empty, a young man named Parsa says to Bulma as he then enters the room. Thank you, Bulma replies. She then goes on to question him a little more because, as I said prior, it's probably a bit more suspicious than amazing that there's been absolutely no sign of Salaga here yet. Parsa, you didn't feel any evil presence where you went by any chance, did you? She asks. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I guess, no. I have no idea where Parsa begins, but all of a sudden he finds himself in what seems to be another realm entirely, or maybe just an illusion playing tricks on him. What the, he begins, but this is when another being from in the shadows, who is very self-aware mind you, says, so your name is Parsa, is it? You may not be remembered after this, but you will at least be recognized as my first victim here, Salaga says as he finally emerges from the shadows, but still undetectable by the naked eye thanks to his spell. What is it? Can't you move? He says, mocking the stunned warrior, and if it wasn't clear before, he has now obviously been put under some type of genjutsu spell something. It's rude. I've come to you in this case, Salaga says as he approaches Parsa. I am only an executor. The venerable heir ordered me to take care of this Bulma, and you are but an obstacle. The concern being that once I've taken care of you, the others will be alerted of my presence anyway. I had to act sooner or later, so let me tell you that I will be indebted to you until the day that we meet in the afterlife, Salaga says, as the next thing we see, he's impaled Parsa directly through the torso with his bare hand on some Dr. Gero shit, gouging him through and through. Parsa would drop dead in the middle of the lab, but there was still no clear sign of Salaga anywhere. Kaba and Caulifla ready themselves for an enemy that they can't even see at the moment. So this stupid scum finally decided to show themselves, Caulifla says, getting fired up. We have to immediately move from here, Kaba declares. He's after Bulma, not Chile. You're right, Admiral Fennel says, as she then grabs hold of Bulma, and then the three relocate to a little more suitable area for whenever Salaga makes his next move. Back with the main group of Tuffles, it seems like the evacuation was a success for the most part, as everyone is being rounded up and accounted for. Your father seems really committed, Rapini says to her son Peppino. Anyway, I sincerely hope Bulma's doing well. I don't see her with us anywhere. I'm starting to get a little worried. When she says this, however, all of a sudden Peppino jumps up and launches himself over the crowd. As Kaba and Caulifla finally meet back up, he asks her if she's seen anything weird yet, but as she begins to answer no, a blood-curdling grunt roars across the room. No, Bulma stutters as she points towards Fennel. Salaga was currently doing his best to try to immobilize the Admiral as well. This bastard's doing the same thing to the Admiral as he did to Parsa, Kaba declares. We have to stop him now. Inside this weird rip-off Tsukuyomi though, Fennel would awaken with Salaga already preparing to land the kill shot, saying, "Wake up. Can you see me now? Good, you'll be my second victim. Congratulations," he says, as he gets ready to stab her straight through the torso as well until Caulifla would land a decisive punch to the Admiral that snaps her out of this paralyzing spell. Nice work, Caulifla, she says, with her head definitely ringing after that one, but at least it worked and she's not dead like Parsa. Salaga, on the other hand, begins to sneakily reposition himself where Bulma is, as his spell has been broken now. However, this is nowhere near the only trick he came here today prepared with. How did you know? Salaga sincerely asked him, as even through this panic, they were able to make a calm and calculated decision like that. I know enchanters like you, Fennel declares. The worst that can happen to us is that they hypnotize us and make us powerless to move for a while. Therefore, I already went ahead and warned all of my comrades beforehand that we must be careful to always stay together to react to if one of us is caught, she says. Excellent job, Caulifla. You knew exactly how to take advantage of Admiral Ruba's teachings. You had to act quickly while also thinking about how to parry spells of this nature. I guess it's true, Caulifla replies. That big fatty did teach me quite a few things. I simply acted in the best way possible at the time, thinking that maybe a strong enough shot could break the spell. While that may sound ridiculous, it worked. But while these three continue to suck themselves off over there, Salaga is in a much better position than them, as he says that such powerful magic is bound to have backlash indeed, but here I am, exactly where I wanted to be, in perfect position to finish off Bulma, as another shocking chapter of Dragon Ball Kakumei comes to an end, with Bulma of all people possibly meeting her end next. And if that happens, I can't imagine the mayhem, the pandemonium on planet Sadala. Hopefully, for the love of God though, Kaba and Caulifla have this covered, but I guess we're gonna have to wait until April 26th for chapter 20 of Dragon Ball Kakumei. Make sure you're subscribed, have those notifications on, and if you want to go above and beyond at any point, consider becoming a member as well, because I do like those. Love you guys, peace.